Hey, my Legion, how y'all doing? I'm with my buddy John, and we're here to review the movie Stan and Ollie.
That's another nice mess you got to listen to.
Yeah, hard-boiled eggs and nuts. Now, I heard about this. I think in November they had a show on the WB or CW now called Main Hollywood. That's one show they had. They used to have a show called On the Spot, which I loved about trivia and stuff. That's no longer on there. I think you would like that show, John. They might have episodes of that on YouTube, but
I used to watch another show on the spot that was kind of like Who's Line.
Mm.
And the house band was Louisa Zappa, my buddy Joey Travers.
Oh, really?
Drummer, yeah.
Awesome. And on Main Hollywood, they were talking about.
I think it was on the spot, maybe.
Well, I mean, if I find it on YouTube, I'll send you something about it. I think you'll like. I mean, it was geared towards kids on Saturday, like around 12:30, 1 o'clock Saturdays. But I remember watching Made in Hollywood, and then they had an interview with C. Thomas Riley, and he was talking about Holmes and Watson, which didn't do very well.
Who's C. Thomas Riley?
Oh God! I did it again. John C. Riley. I did it again. I get it confused. I've done that. John C. Riley, not C. Thomas Howell. I got that. I got that really confused. Yeah, I got that really confused. Yeah, John C. Riley. And
I'm surprised you didn't throw in John McGinley.
Yeah, I know. Why? I really screwed that one up. But I mean, I don't know why I make that mistake. It's just old age, I guess. And he was talking about Holmes and Watson, and he said, "Are you working on anything else?" Yeah, and he said he's working on. This might be a film like The Mannerism of Oliver Hardy, because he's supposed to be doing Stan and Ollie. Now I was really excited to see that, and then I was like, I remember seeing some really bad imitations of Laurel and Hardy. I remember Perfect Strangers did a bad one, but then Brunson Pinchot came back to do the new adventures of Laurel and Hardy, chase that mummy or something like that back in '96. And I didn't think they did a bad job. I don't know who played Ollie in that one. But I liked it when I always thought Chuck McCann was good at playing him. Well, anyway, it has him, John C. Riley, and Stephen Coogan playing. And I thought
great comedic actors.
Yeah, I thought they did a brilliant job. I mean, the makeup was good, and they were them. I mean, it was really entertaining. And it starts off a little bit with them with Hal Roach, and then having a problem where Ollie was, or Babe, they call him Babe, was still on the contract, and Laura's contract was about up, and he got mad. He was trying to get a better deal. And then they end up going to, most of the film was about them touring in the late 50s. This must have been after Utopia. And yeah, it's really great. It's fantastic. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I liked it a lot because we're fans of Laurel and Hardy.
Oh yeah, and then they actually incorporated some humor in there, some of their skits, somewhat, and it was really cool.
Yeah, they did a good job putting some of their little bits in.
Yeah, and it was filmed wonderfully. I mean, I really enjoyed it. It came out in January. It didn't last very long, but I'm surprised that they're younger than we are. Like Chris Stuckman or Jeremy Johns didn't review it. But I mean, they can't review everything. But I was kind of surprised they didn't. But I mean, I think it deserves more attention than it got.
Yeah.
It's wonderful. I mean, I think John C. Riley was nominated for a Golden Globe, I think. I don't know I didn't watch all the Academy Awards, so I don't know what other nominations they got. I watched like an hour, but I'd say that was about it. But I really enjoyed it. I give it a 10 out of 10. I thought it was absolutely wonderful. It was really good. I really got into the movie.
Before I heard, don't bother with Holmes and Watson.
yeah. Holmes and Watson is supposed to be pretty bad. But that's how I found out about that. And then Christopher Sposa was kind enough to send me a clip from CBS this morning that had like a 9-minute thing on Stan Laurel and stuff like that. And then he sent me one about regarding the new Twilight Zone and stuff, which was cool. So I give it a 10 out of 10. I thought it was absolutely brilliant. And I thought I included a little bit of a blast from the past, since actually this has all been like nostalgia night.
Right.
Electric Woman, Dyna Girl, and then Stan and Ollie, and then we watched a show called ARK 2.
Which I don't know if I remember if I've ever watched that before or not, because main actor seemed kind of familiar.
Yeah.
And well, of course, their ARK kind of remind me of a ship from space in 1999. If I remember correctly, if I get my 70s stuff mixed up.
Oh yeah, well that's okay.
We're old.
Yeah, well it reminded me of well, it's back when CBS usually have like live action programming, and like NBC had Monster Squad, not be confused with the movie with Fred Grandy, which I actually got the board game for Monster Squad a long time ago. I was a big fan of that. I think it lasted 2 years. This one, I mean, was for CBS in the 70s, and what I remember is that giant vehicle they drove around with, kind of like a weird looking RV.
Right.
That's what I remember. That's pretty much the only thing I remember from the show. I was like, I looked it up, and on YouTube, if you look up, you have spelled. The title is spelled ARK2, but I mean you have to look up ARC2 or punch that up to get on YouTube. It's really weird.
Did you try ARK?
I think I did. I don't think it came up. Well, I have to try it again. I don't, you know. But I mean, I enjoyed the show. That was a lot of fun, and it was from the same guys that did the animated version of Star Trek. And they used a lot of, you could tell they used a lot of the Star Trek sound effects from the TV show and also into the animated show. But I enjoyed the show. It was a lot of fun. I give it an 8 out of 10.
Yeah.
So I guess that's it for joining me. Definitely check out Stay on Ollie. I got to tell, Trav's a big fan of John C. I told him about the movie. I sent him the trailer for it. I can tell him if he gets a chance to see it. I mean, he's a younger guy, but he's a fan of the work. I think he'll really like it. But I mean, it's a good drama / comedy.
Right.
You know, and it's wonderful. Full on 10 I highly recommend it. So I guess that's it for me and my buddy John. So until next time, everybody, please take care of my Legion. All right.